Greetings everyone! Today we're going to be looking at the Marvel ToyBox Carnage figure. These are Disney Store exclusives, and yeah, let's just get into it. And getting Carnage out of the package, this really is it's just a bundle of toy joy, really. So, obviously, it's just a modern incarnation of Carnage in terms of the actual aesthetic with the, I guess the black ooze going all across him. It's not necessarily how I think of Carnage, but it is a pretty common look for him nowadays. Black hands and all. And I like the face. I've got to say, the eyes are very Venom, which makes sense, obviously. But they have that, Carnage look to them that is just kind of distinct. You know, the little dash at the end, and just the mess that is the back of the eye. You do also have a little bit of tongue, which is not something that I usually like to see with Carnage, but it's fine. I like it enough. And the teeth are really well done, actually. Very sharp, very white. And generally the little tendrily stuff that's coming off him, very nice. It goes all over him. And it works really well. I'm sure there's actually some different poses you could get out of it. I'm going to, for the most part, just leave them how they are out of the package. And yeah, I really like this thing. Well done. Getting into articulation, we have a ball and hinge at the neck, meaning you've got pretty good back. Buries the chin at almost. That's as good as you can really get out of something like this with such a long neck. And a little bit, it's not there. I always like to say there's a little bit, but there basically just isn't any tilt, unfortunately. At the torso, you don't have any sort of crunch, which is unfortunate, but you do have waist swivel, so that's something. It does break the sculpt a little bit, but I don't really hate that when it comes to symbiotes. At the arm, you do have a ball and hinge, goes out to 90, swivel all the way around. You do have a single elbow, goes to, once again, about 90, that has swivel as well. You then have it's a ball and swivel, it's the same everywhere, really. That's side to side, pretty good, I like it, got swivel, and yeah, generally, I don't mind that. It's not a weapon-wielding hand necessarily, so the fact that it's not up and down isn't really too much of an issue to me, though I'll get into it on this hand, this one being side to side as well. A bit disappointing, but whatever. At the leg, we have out 90. Wow, okay, well, that's going to be hard to beat for any figures in the future, really. That also has, at the knee, you've got single knee and, yeah, less than 90, but, I mean, it could be worse. I've seen a lot worse. And then you have back on the foot, forward on the foot, and is there a rocker? There is. I think that's forward-facing. Wow, we've got a Marvel Legend over here. Jeez. Yeah, overall, I'm really impressed with how well articulated this is. Let's just get into the accessories. So first up for accessories, we have this tendril sort of look, and just for the sake of being able to equip both, I'm going to say this one probably should go on the right hand, and you know what, I don't think that really fits properly, but that does actually work pretty well. I'll probably leave it on there when I'm displaying him, but yeah, that's pretty good. And then the other accessory you get is this blade, which is a very common thing for Carnage to have. Both of these are made out of a very soft rubbery material, same thing as the tendrils, in fact, so it does all match aesthetically in terms of the plastic and stuff, and that one actually clips into the weapon-wielding hand. Now, I'm not completely against it being a sideways, that's not going to stay on, a sideways peg when, you do have tendrils that kind of block the articulation if it was up and down, but really, when, you've got 90... without moving the entire elbow, I'd like to have just a little bit more raising of the blade. That's just me, though. I'm sure a lot of people wouldn't really mind, and, this is aligned primarily for kids, so it's understandable that maybe they would, just kind of not have everything for fighting. I can understand that, but in any case, I think it looks really good. It matches the aesthetic, the plastic colours match pretty well, and generally, I'm a fan of this. I like it a lot. For height comparisons, we have the ToyBox Venom from the same line. Worked pretty well. I don't usually have him stood up straight, though, so it could potentially look a little bit short if you prefer a more monstrous look for Venom. it's mostly because of the head being part of the body more than anything. Word warning, I'm about to repeatedly call Carnage Venom. I'm just an idiot, it's fine. And then the Marvel Legends Venom Pool Wave Venom. Obviously, you're not going to be fitting this Venom figure into a Marvel Legends display with it matching, but I still think that it would work as maybe just someone other than Cletus with Carnage. It's definitely an option, and overall, I have a symbiote shelf, so he'll fit in wherever I want him to fit in, really. And then, finally, we have the Marvel Legends? Star Wars Black Series, even, original version Stormtrooper, and just for size comparison between essentially the same line, we have the Disney Infinity Iron Man ToyBox. Both of them are designed like that, and yeah, considerably bigger, but I'm not really surprised at that, to be honest. And on that note, that is going to be it for this review. I really do like these figures. ToyBox isn't something that I'm hugely, enjoying in a general sense, but with both Venom and Carnage now, I love this entire thing. It's just a really cool aesthetic, and generally I'm just really happy with it. But that's going to be it for this review. So thanks for watching, like, subscribe, all that jazz, and I'll see you next time. Bye!